I got it wiped off. And one downside of having a fish this big is it's hard to handle. But I'm going to go right down the lateral line. This thing is nice and thick. Okay? So now I'm going all the way to the backbone. I'm going to make one cut across the tail, and then with my knife, I'm going to find the backbone. I'm going to come down. I'm going to go right against the bone and slide my knife right down. Okay? And usually you would want to do this with a fillet knife, but I've done it with this knife enough to where I kind of know where to go. Okay? And a fillet knife will bend, so you can bend it down and slide it right along that rib cage and get all the meat off of it. So I'm just going to keep going. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to do a cooking method called in papillote, which means in paper. We're going to cook it in this parchment paper. So we're going to take this and I'm going to cut a portion out of this. Okay, I'm going to cut a big enough portion where everybody can have a little bite of it. With a piece this big, it's going to take about 10 minutes to cook in the oven, 350 degrees, and these are convection ovens. Okay, so another point, if you're doing it for 10 people, get 11 pieces of fish. Cook one before you cook 11 or 10 pieces. So make sure that your oven is going to do the same thing that these are going to do. Because your oven may cook hotter or it may cook slower. If you don't have a convection oven, you have a steel oven, it may take 15 minutes to cook instead of the 10. Now, a method like this, probably don't want the skin on there simply because it's going to steam inside this bag and the skin's not going to get any texture to it at all. It's just going to stay kind of rubbery. Okay? So we got this piece. So if you go to the store and you buy a piece of fish like this and it still has the skin on it, you want to take it off. Instead of trying to do what I just did with that, what you're going to want to do is turn it sideways like this. Okay? So see how it's starting to flatten down over here already? So you're going to take that piece and you're just going to start, instead of doing like we did where you get a hole, it's already started to move. So you are going to move your knife this time and go right, make one long stroke and you cut it off. Okay? So then you get it all off. Alright, start on this side. This is the crease on this side, okay? We'll start on that side, and you're going to come around. You're going to make a teardrop. Okay, so get rid of that one, and you got a heart, okay? So with that, any number of things, what we're going to do tonight, just because I had these down here, is I got some little finger potatoes, exactly, I got some little finger potatoes. I'm going to stick those in here. These are called cipollini onions. They're little round onions, kind of real sweet, and they're good when you roast them. I'm going to stick that in there, and I got some little green beans. Okay, and we're going to stick that in there, just like that. Okay. Then with our fish, we're going to season it with salt and pepper. And that's all we ever use, salt and pepper on anything. So we're going to do black pepper. And then we're going to set this right in here. Okay? You want to kind of center this up. We're going to take a little piece of butter. Put it right on top. So what this does is, within this package you're going to have, you're going to have your fish, your vegetables, and your sauce. Okay? More or less. And now, because what we're going to do with this, or we're going to actually serve this Valentine's. But what we're going to do is we're going to open it up and we're going to drizzle a little caper vinaigrette in it, because that's going to go good with the stuff that we have in here. So this is your package, okay?
The green beans have been blanched.
The green beans have been blanched, the potatoes have been roasted, everything's been cooked within here. Because if you put it in there raw, your fish is going to cook. If you pull it out when your fish is perfect, your vegetables are going to be raw and hard, not that good. Not
it's
good.
like the oldest fish.
That's right. And so what's going to happen, like 8 minutes for this, the vegetables are going to steam in here, get nice and hot, and you're going to be ready to go. Okay? So you got all this inside our little package here. And what we're going to do is we're about to fold it over and wrap it. Okay? You're going to fold it, and you're going to start right over here, and just start folding it over itself, okay? Fold it up. You're going to make a lot of little bitty small folds. What we're doing essentially is we're going to steam this fish inside this bag. Okay, and so now, see it's starting to buckle up, we got an excess right here. So what you're going to do is just fold it down. Once you get to that point, keep folding them. And right before you are about to close it up, stop. You got to put some wine in here. Because you got to have liquid in here for it to steam. Alright? So, Chardonnay, any kind of white wine you got will work. So, this is just white wine. Okay? So, we're going to put a little wine in here. About 2 tablespoons. And then we're going to close it up. Okay? So that's sealed, ready to go. So what we're going to attempt to do is we're going to cook all this stuff at the same time so it all gets ready at the same time. And I'll make everybody a little plate. We're going to put the papillote in the oven 8 minutes, we hope, okay? And I'll check it. We'll check it. If it needs to go longer, we'll wrap it back up, put it back in. I'm going to say 8 minutes. Last week I had 2 pieces of fish that were real thin. It took about 6 minutes. And this is a little bit thicker, so I'm going to say 8. But we'll check it. You know what I mean? If it needs to go longer, we'll put it back in. That's what I'm saying is your ovens aren't going to cook the same way as these ovens do. So, you know, there's no tried and true way to tell right off the rip. It's going to do it the same way that we're going to do it here. You got to play with it. You got to really know your oven. We put that in. I'm going to set my timer. Okay. I got on, we used to get on with this guy that worked here because he would always burn croutons for Caesar salads. And they never used timers. And so he wasn't here yesterday and I made croutons and I didn't use a timer. And I burned croutons. So, we're going to set it for 8 minutes. Okay? Okay, here's the true test right here. Because at the end of the day, just to satisfy you, not anybody else. I'm not going to put in all that on any of it. So this is our fish, okay? See how it's nice and white and flaky. And what's happened is I've put those 2 pieces of fish on top of each other, and if protein is sticking together with heat, it's going to fuse together. So these 2 pieces are stuck together. Well, I'll be able to peel it apart for this. That's why if you do this at home and you wonder why that's done, that's what the reason it does. You see everything's in there. You can see the liquid in the bottom of it, and so you got your sauce in here. And what you might do with this is sometimes what we'll do is we'll present it on the table on a plate, unopened. Okay, and so you take it, you open it up, you get the steam, you get that aroma, and then we'll drizzle really good olive oil over the top. Excuse me, and fresh herbs. Okay, and put that on there. Parsley, thyme, chervil, tarragon, something like that. You don't want to use anything that's too assertive, like rosemary. Might be too strong, too pungent. Okay, anything that's going to be just like a mild herb is going to help the flavor. All right.